with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Out to his left. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there at 20 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. White's got a first down and more. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Now a first down throw for Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Patriots 20, Raiders nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now,
and that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 82 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
3rd and 7.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He hits White, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Operating from the gun. Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds. 2.9 to be precise. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jones. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense... And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He'll let this go deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 82 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotion.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, That's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Rex Burkhead, the intended receiver there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 in his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Newton. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Newton. Sideline throw, that's caught. Julian Edelman. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Newton. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
On play action, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drew.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Carr to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score.
And in this day and age, I would love to play quarterback in the NFL. Wide open offenses, acrobatic receivers. If you're accurate, you're going to have days like this.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Newton to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Rex Burkhead, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jones. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Throwing on first down is Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
23-yard line. Big play there for New England. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing here, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White there to make the grab. And the first turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 33 yards that time.
Handle Las Vegas. 1st down.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
45-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final try now for Carr. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.